What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 8. We out here with YoungFade the barber.
What to do?
Hey, and we out here with his best friend Logan. Hey, man, you guys been knowing each other for a while, huh? For like what, 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's a friendship right there. It's like, hey, once you know each other for 5 years, you're locked in.
Yeah.
You feel me? Hey, no, this episode 8 is sponsored by the Champ Burrito, man. We got some Champ Burritos right here to the left. We got Life is Memories. This man be selling food. What do we got?
The Champ Bar, and we got the Champ Breakfast Burrito right now. We got different featured item after that.
Surprise?
Right there. You know, they say it's one of the best breakfast burritos in the Pacific Northwest. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
So
once
he's
you
got
try it, you're gonna want another one.
you got a chicken apple one though, right? Did you bring one of
apple,
those?
that's the
Chicken
breakfast one. So the chicken apple wrap.
Chicken apple.
That's the lunch or dinner.
Sounds good.
But some people eat the breakfast burrito for dinner. So some people eat it cold. So it's your preference.
And then you got some. What are these again?
The Champ Bars.
Champ bars. Have you guys ever heard of these? Tasted these?
No.
So they're frozen. So it's a snack, and this is gonna be like your guys' dessert. So just a little some.
Gotta try it. Once you try it, like I said, knock out flavor, knock your taste buds out.
Sheesh. We got YoungFade the barber.
What up?
Episode 8, man. So YoungFade, man, how did it all started, man? How did you even get your hands on the clippers? Like, this is crazy to me. Like, because when I met you, you were like 11, 12 years old, huh? And then, man, and it's just like now you're 17. It's 5, 6 years later down the road, and and it's just great to see that you're doing good. And so how did you start? Like, what happened? Like,
Basically, it kind of just all started when I was trying to look for a good like barber to get a haircut, and so I had my mom like searching. I kept getting like messed up, so I was getting like frustrated. And then my mom found this spot, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." So I came in, and then you cut my hair, and I was like, "Damn, that shit actually looks good." And I was like, "I like."
So who'd
that.
you get a haircut from? You found me on.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I just started like talking to you more, and I just kept coming back for haircuts. And then you ended up started talking to me about like being a barber and like introducing me into like some stuff. And then I just kind of picked it up from there because I was like, I digged it, I was feeling it. And then so we started working together. And then so you taught me a lot. Like I was mentoring, and you were my mentor, and that's kind of just how it started. And then I just started going off. Went to a couple competitions with you.
Yeah. Well, I remember you actually battled, huh, when you were 12 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You guys hear that? You guys can't be afraid of battle right here. You know what I mean? You gotta just jump in.
I remember him being brought up, and I was like, kept calling.
Because you got interviewed too at the battles, huh? Because you was the youngest barber out there, bro. Like, because I mean, bro, like the fact, like we get as us barbers being licensed already and having experience, we get nervous too. Yeah. And even the ones that don't act like they're not getting nervous, you still feel it, like that pressure, and the fact that he didn't know much, he was barely like tapping in, like, and then the fact that you went in for it, like, that told me a lot way back in the day, and then so I was just like, man, this kid's going places, and you are going places, you know what I mean? And sometimes, you try out things. I mean, I remember you had clippers, you had a briefcase, a barber case, and I mean, the whole thing, huh? Like, you had magic clips, Hey, magic clips, that's a pretty good clipper. It's $140, $150 clipper at the time when you got it. And then you had trimmers, you had scissors.
Yeah.
All that stuff, huh? So you're like...
Yeah, I remember you took me to like a homeless shelter, and we were cutting up the homeless for free.
What?
Yeah. I think that was my first cut. I think that was my first actual cut. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Was that in Pasco or Kennewick or?
I think Kennewick. Yeah. No, Pasco. For sure.
How was that experience?
It was dope. It was different. It was cool though. It was in a tattoo shop, and so I got a hat. They put like the little stencil on me, and I said YoungFade. They customized it for me. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I do not remember this.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's tight.
Like, I had another barber just telling me the other day. He was like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "You gave me a toolbox, a whole toolbox, and the shirt, and the same day. Like, I have a picture of it." And I'm like, "I did." It's crazy. Like, we forget, But no, that's good that but he didn't forget. You know what I mean?
So it's memories that you always keep.
And it also helped me with like talking to people because it was so different in that area. Mm-hmm. It just the vibe was different, and so it like really helps like talk to it made it a lot easier to talk to just normal people that you see daily, mm-hmm. just by experiencing that, and you get to see a different perspective from them too.
Blending in, blending in, having like people skills, like. Because, I mean, you were saying, Logan, you work at McDonald's right now, right? You know, I mean, you're still young, right? What are you, 17 too?
So 17. People coming through on the
you're still.
Talking to you.
And what is it that you do there at McDonald's?
I mean, like right now, I handle like customer service mainly.
Oh, so you're.
I'm just talking to people, cashing people out.
Right. So see, you're getting that customer experience, but now, like, let's say,
that type of social life,
yeah. But now let's talk about like the person that's behind the counter, like, you know, just making burgers. Like, they're not talking to nobody throughout the whole day. So their people skills, instead of going up, and their vocabulary started going up, because it's actually going down because they're basically looking at a machine. You know, like you working at a warehouse, just standing in front of a machine, like
a robot.
You can't talk to it. You can't learn from it. You're just doing that. Yeah, you're like a robot. Yeah. Next. And then that's what's different about barbering, you know. It's just like it's always something different, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's haircuts, different texture of hair,
different textures, different, you know, different like vibes. People bringing different vibes, and you know, and I get it with other jobs like construction. You know, like there's different, you know, like I mean, I guess you just have to love it, but. For me, I almost feel like even if I loved construction, I would not do it because it's so dangerous. Like
that's a different.
But I'm just saying though, like it's just so like I just wouldn't. I wouldn't want to step into it just because I see. I think
Johnny on the roof.
Well, I think don't put me up there because I'm just not trying to put like a nail through my finger or anything like that because it happens. Bro, I've heard so many stories like
some Final Destination.
No, like last week they just told me, he goes, I was talking to a barber, and he was like, oh yeah, but that was my coworker that just left. You know, like we used to work together, but you know, and I was like, oh, he's doing good. He still likes it. Yeah, he likes it. He's got his own company now, and he's doing pretty good. I'm like, I was like, he's ever got hurt or what? And he goes, oh yeah, he put the whole saw. He had it right here, and he dropped it, and it still and it ran through to right. Imagine getting sawed up right there, bro. Where it's really soft. All this like, you know, all those nerves, all those like.
That's like the video.
Is it really worth it?
Somebody's arm.
But
you seen that one?
Paper.
Did I share that one or no? Or we were here?
We were here. We seen it.
Yeah, bro. She just put her thing here. She got splattered like.
That's
you
hella
can
gross.
fall off the roof. Like, you know, construction and hurt your back. And I'm just saying, with barbering, there's really nothing that could hurt you. You know what I mean? It's just you standing, giving a good vibe, getting to know the person, being real. Let them know what you're about. Let them know your dreams. You know, your goals, and then people will support that. You know what I mean? But if you don't tell them nothing and what you want out of life, like they're not gonna like. You might get in one time, maybe twice. You know, if you get lucky. But after that, it's gonna fade off. But I think you have to make that blueprint, you know, once you have that person in your chair and say, hey, I'm going to make sure you don't forget about me. You're going to think about me twice, you know what I mean? You're a therapist, like,
You come talk to them.
Customer service,
You tell stories about what's going on.
A good vibe. Yeah, so what was your first haircut like? Huh? Oh, you're good.
Yeah, it's because, like, everywhere, you all been there. You go sit in the barber chair, y'all be kicked back, chilling. You're trying to look, bro, maybe look fresh.
And honestly, that's the rewarding part. Honestly, the money's gonna come, but the fact that you were able to do that and like that person, like if you gave it your all on that haircut, they're gonna love you. Like, you know what I mean? And especially if you give them a good vibe, good experience. That we're like servants, you know what I mean? And we have to serve to the people. We serve to each other. You know, everything that we do, we all just serve each other up, right? You go get food. Someone serves you, you know, like you go to buy shoes, someone sells you the shoes. Like we're all just out here for one another, you know what I mean? And the money's just going around, but yeah, exactly. So that's why it's important to actually like go deeper than that. And there's more than that, you know. People are the realest thing out here, so that's why I got to cutting hair. You know, that's what made me, you know, get started. And stuff like, for the realest thing out here. It's like I get to know people like that, you know, like man, whether a doctor, it's hard, you know. Sometimes people are gonna love you or hate you, you know, because you give them bad news. You know, it's a whole bigger deal, you know. But
or bad haircuts.
No, yeah, in the bad
haircut. At the beginning, it is like that.
Yeah, we all go through it, you know. I mean, I'm sure you've had some, you know, already some experiences that sometimes, yeah. Sometimes my people might, you know, some people might want to just give up right after a bad haircut, be like, "Oh, this is not for me," and just kind of run off. Yeah. But I mean, what was your experience like with your first haircut? Like, obviously, you didn't run off because you're still here, you know. But like, do you remember your first haircut? Like,
yeah, I think my first actual haircut, my brother took me to his barber.
That you know, a haircut that you did on someone.
Oh, yeah. That I did on someone. Oh, yeah. Like the first one here.
Well, your first haircut ever, or the latest haircut you remember doing? You don't have a picture of it?
No, I do.
You could send it to us and we'll share it up on the.
Okay. So my first one I remember was probably my dad. Honestly.
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
Depends how you look at it. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, just the bond, the fact that you guys can remember that together. At the end of the day, later years down the road, like, you guys are gonna laugh about it. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for that moment that you guys had, that moment wouldn't be there. So it's just one of those things that, you know, you'll laugh about it. But that's good that he gave you a shot and all that.
And so I would cut his hair.
It was good.
Yeah. No, I did pretty decent my first time, and then the second time I just kept improving, and I would just watch videos all day, and that's how I kind of learned from it. I would take pictures and stuff and post them on Instagram. Yeah.
So now you're starting to kind of see like the different styles, huh? Because there's really like just the high taper, low taper, mid taper. So that's 3 haircuts, right? And then there's the mid fade, low fade, high fade. That's another 3 haircuts, and then there's the first phase that you got right there, huh? That's 7 haircuts. And then what we got the flat top, 8 haircuts, 9 haircuts. The combo, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's all like all goes down to fading once you learn the basic fading.
Well, there's haircuts too where you'll do a 1,
like or scissors or stuff like that.
Scissor haircuts. It's just there's so much to it, you know, and it's almost like you never stop learning.
The crazy designs.
With the designs.
Those are fun though. That's artistic.
He said that's the fun part. I know. That's what got me into the building.
Because that's what's gonna catch people's attention. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's clean."
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So, like, is there someone that you look up to, like, that motivates you, like, you know, that you're inspired by, that you like? You could think of. Let me get up in the breakfast burrito by the champ.
Probably my grandpa.
YoungFade is motivated by his grandpa. What's his grandpa's name?
His real name is Ronald Olson, but I just call him.
YoungFade's grandpa.
I call him Papa. But
This is a chicken.
I don't know. He taught me to be.
Like I said, this is medium hot or cold.
Taught you what?
He taught me to be like great. Like he taught me to be grateful and like giving. I would definitely say that was one of his traits. He's always like he'd give you his shirt off his back type guy. Like,
yeah, that's how I am. His shoes.
Yeah, like everything. He's always been there. He's never missed like any of my sports events or anything like that. He's never missed it. He's always there to help. So that's why I look up to him.
Your grandpa.
Yeah.
Is there someone you look up to, Logan? Someone that motivates you?
I mean, like I'll say I'm not as close to my dad, so I say my dad does motivate me. I know him well enough, but I want to know. I always want to be like, I don't know.
Where's your dad at?
He's my parents are divorced, but I live with my mom. So it's like I see him not so much. But
is he in town or?
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got a sister. Younger.
Yeah. Huh?
You guys got any like celebrity mentors that you guys look up to, or sports figures? Or...
Okay, like barber wise, I see Vic.
The one that goes around cutting people on the street for free and.
But always his conversations are so. Like, you learn so much from intelligent guy.
Got you speaking realness,
Yeah,
some facts,
exactly.
real, recognizing real.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, he's finding people off the streets and giving them haircuts. Shoot, like no greater feeling. He's just trying to earn somebody's trust, and then
He's
they start speaking some real stuff right there, and then that right there, you're just like I said,
You're not gonna eat one?
elevating, and kind of pouring into each other. Like, I don't know. It's just like everybody can help each other grow. It's cool to kind of sit down and have a conversation. People like to, but kind of set the environment.
Not just about yourself and learning more.
True, and doing a kind act at the same time. I don't know.
You feel good by doing good.
Must taste pretty good. You ain't saying much.
What do you think? 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
A 10.
Hey.
No, that's gas.
Not for where are you located at?
He said, I want your contact info right now.
Gender.com. It's a real thing. I've actually had people
He has a website.
Buy it to be mailed. I don't know. I have some people like in Texas and stuff.
Is this a new one?
They want me to mail my food out, so I was like, I don't know.
You got stickers. You guys need stickers.
Got stickers. Got merch. Got shirts.
So cool.
Got merch.
I know what it is.
Got more burritos here.
The choice is yours.
This is a chicken apple, huh?
Yes, sir.
This right here, I'm gonna give you guys half for each.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Hey, guys. Champ burrito. This guy's gonna pop logos out. Champ burrito. This is the thing about the podcast. We get to eat.
Hey. Don't forget, I'm about to go on a scavenger hunt, y'all.
I almost forgot about that. So what did they say? Where are they located at?
Stay tuned.
You can't be giving out the secrets.
Follow on my snap. What's your snap? Get 30 snap out there.
Nah, that's too personal.
He said
too personal.
What's on both? I'm not too much.
Should I charge?
Your life is memories. Follow.
This is chicken apple right here for the.
Boss.
Eat it, bro.
This for you, and then I got
And then, like I said, they got the dessert.
Champ,
Peanut butter banana bar.
you eat this all the time, huh? So you want apple with the chicken apple?
No, it's for you guys, boss.
Go for it, G.
No, this is the new. You want half of it? What do you think? What do you think? Taste it. Taste it.
It's
got apple in it.
I
Fire.
don't expect chicken and apple to go together, but it does.
Smacks, huh?
They both look at it.
Hey, imagine you did like 5 haircuts straight, and then you get one of these.
Okay,
Like,
I could do with this.
You feel me?
That's
and then
crazy.
Cold, where you can eat it cold.
How do you find out about this stuff?
He makes it. It's just his creation. So one of the things you gotta do, huh, with your wrestling, you gotta cut weight, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, honestly, you don't even know what happened to me right now. Honestly, we're having such a good time that I forgot that we're doing the podcast in my mind. I was just talking about the food, and I'm like, oh, we're just hanging out, eating. We're still on the.
Shout out, I know what it is.
The champ burrito.
But yeah, like he was saying, through sports, athletics, wrestling, YoungFade knows a little bit. He got into the sport. There's weight classes.
Oh yeah, YoungFade, he be wrestling too.
You gotta cut weight, so you gotta maintain a weight class. Sometimes those diets are a little more strenuous than others. So I try to find a recipe that I thought was suitable, had good protein.
So this is good for you too, because you're wrestling, so you definitely need to start buying his orders.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can hit up all your homies in high school, and he can pull up. You guys go to the same school, no?
For free.
So this guy will pull up to your school at lunchtime with burritos. He said no shot. You say that? Where'd you get that, bro? My homie from college says that all the time. And that's what he said no shot. What I say? I don't know. No. No way. You guys heard of that? No shot. It's just.
It's like no way, basically.
Yeah, no, but I've never heard anybody else say that. Then my boy Kevin, shout out to my boy Kevin. He's always saying no shot. Like no way.
Chicken apple cheese, like you said. Some people are like, what? Chicken apple?
Gas.
All gas and fruit.
We got waters right here. You guys want to
I'm chilling for now.
waterfall?
If I saw it on the menu, I wouldn't know what to think of it. I'd be like, what?
Oh. But now that you taste it, if you see it in the menu, you're like, I want that.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't see it on the menu.
Gas. And we got another burrito for you guys. This is a.
Oh my. That's all.
I knew you guys were going to be like, wait, what?
Oh,
YoungFade's like, oh, he's like, I work out too much. So you guys were both wrestlers? You were a wrestler too, young Logan? And so you guys be wrestling each other sometimes? No? Does that ever happen? No? No wrestling? You guys ever matched each other? No? You guys are the same weight? Seems like you guys might be the same weight.
Two different schools or same team?
We would be on the same team.
So don't you guys wrestle each other while you practice?
As different practice partners?
I'm in a different weight class.
What class are you?
He's like 1.
35. What are you?
I'm like 160. Like one.
It's like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, practicing, I would.
No, I'm like 154 right now.
I don't know. I was like,
I'm going back to 150.
I was talking about
135.
Huh?
His weight class 135. What are you saying, Logan?
I was just like, we always talk about it, but we never have.
You're 135?
Talk about getting down.
Dang, Logan, look at you. Gotta be like that, Bill.
We got a blogger, huh?
Alright, guys, we're going to go to the gym. It's good.
We got 3 wrestlers right here.
First takedown. First of 3.
I bet 50 on Logan beating you.
Oh, no.
50, you don't get a takedown. Actually, I'll up it. $100. No takedown.
No, I'm kidding.
Hey, so YoungFade, is there like a haircut that so far right now, like that you kind of like doing the most? Like, do you like? Are you more into the taper, more into the fade, or
Taper.
taper? 'Cause
Mhm.
I see you're already jumping in with scissors and everything. You got scissors and all that, huh?
Yeah, no, taper is definitely the funnest one to do, or like my favorite.
Tapers are fun though.
You can ever see yourself trying to play later down with color?
Yeah, possibly. I've done a lot of hair dyeing before, so I know how to dye hair.
There's
You
some
already
temporary dyes too that you can add into people's hair for just like styling. So, adds a little pizzazz, extra money in your pocket.
Oh yeah.
Seen Johnny doing in school. He does all the. At the last competition, I seen somebody like during the Halloween one. Spiders. At the barber competition,
There's
they
so much
be
you
getting
can do.
wild. Yeah.
There's so much you can do.
Going crazy.
Wait, what is this now?
That's a breakfast. I got a grilled chicken. But that's just
Breakfast. You
another
can take it to your mom.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Take it to your mom. You guys want to try the?
Last night.
Yeah. We
champ
could
bar?
we could just split it in half. Yeah. You
You
sure?
have your own. You're gonna love it. Try it. He's like, I'm still trying to.
I'm working on it.
I thought
No way, you haven't finished that.
Hey, this is perfect too when you're cutting weight
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to like eat nothing heavy. Get yourself one of those champ bars.
That'd be tough. This would be so good too. I know.
And it has, what does it have? Well, you can't say everything, but it has. I know it has like, oh no, it has almonds, right?
Mm-hmm.
The secret menu.
The secret menu by the champ.
That's good. Does that got banana in it?
Yeah.
He said that's good.
He said it's called almond banana, and then it's frozen. When you get it, it'll be like frozen, so it'll be like a little like ice cream. See what Logan thinks. See what Logan.
Oh my
And the
god.
verdict is
Everything 10.
Man, everything's 10.
Yeah.
Yes, no shot. I told you.
Champ booze. Y'all know what it is.
No shot. You already know what it is. Hey, I'm telling you, follow Life is Memories.
Food speaks for itself.
Guy's killing it.
I don't know. Check out the website, champburrito.com.
Champ Burrito, YoungFade, like man. So where do you see yourself? Because I mean, I've seen that like you. So you started going, you know, you did all these battles, battle of the Blade, 2K19. You've had all these experiences. You've gone to battles even in Seattle too, which is like a 4-hour drive, and you were like basically in it, and then you kind of stepped out. But I know you've been doing the go-kart racing too, right? So how long you been doing that for? They've been going like 70 miles an hour. Like
I know, I seen this for other dirt cart track.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing it for like almost 9 years now.
No way.
And
most of your life.
Yeah, it was mainly a lot of it happened during COVID because like COVID came around. I couldn't get a haircut, couldn't go in the barber for a while, and so then I started taking racing more seriously. And then so I just kind of had to drop barbering for then.
Oh, that's what made you.
So
that's when you had the little fallout.
And then I don't know. I just I was looking for jobs, and I tried different jobs, and I tried lifeguarding, and it worked out. I made some good money from that, but just not what I wanted to do. And then so this year I was kind of just looking for a while and couldn't find anything, and I put in a lot of applications, and then I came in here to get a haircut, and then you were like, yeah, and so I was like, yeah, I kind of need it, and it's not even that I need it. It's just like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I want to do now. Yeah. I want to pursue it.
And the thing is, you're not gonna lose. Like let's say you were to jump on this for a couple years, and then you want to step out of it. You're gonna build some clientele, and you go get another job or whatever, try something else, and then have this on the side, and eventually you can jump back on it again full time. But I think once you step into it, you're definitely building for yourself and for your future, and like I think that's huge because when you work for someone else, you're building for them, you know. Like then your check gets cut off, right? It gets a percentage. The bank gets some of it, and this and that. And it's like when you make your own money, you get to see it, all of it, you know, and you get to do whatever you want. Not taxed, no one takes a cut off of it. But I mean, just what's your favorite thing about barbering that you could say like so far, like that you love the most? You want some water now? With the whiskeys.
Thank you. Oh.
This message is brought to you by the
We got commercial. Commercial right No, but what was the question I asked? Favorite thing about barbering, like what really like what is one thing inspires you? Do you like having the clipper in your hand? Do you like the customer service, or do you provide?
I would honestly probably talking to the people.
That's a good one, right?
Listening to the different people's.
See, that means you're not in it for the money. He enjoys talking to the people, and that's what makes him want to learn more and want to just fully jump into it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be real. Like, come on, like let's all cut the BS. What's the realest thing out here in life? You tell me. People, right? There's nothing else realer than people. So the fact that you like talking to people, that's huge. And I think anybody that likes talking to people, that like people, and they're hard workers, they're gonna win. You know, at the end of the day. But
you gotta deal with people to
exactly like business. If you they say there's no city without people, right? We don't have a city without people. So we need each other, and it's just like, and it's crazy because it's like sometimes when you don't appreciate it or you don't love it as much as you should, there's someone else right behind you that's gonna love it even more. Like I met this guy today. He's like, "Bro, I love talking. I love like explaining and talking about life," and he was just so driven, and I was just like, and I have that in me, you know. But I'm just like, damn, like it's crazy because
you gotta have the action too, showmanship.
Yeah, like with passion, you know, that you really like. He's like, I really enjoy talking to people. Like, that's why I can see myself doing it because I really like. Hey, so how's it going with the wife? You know, how you doing? You know, is everything good? Like he was talking about, like just he wants to just talk about life, you know, and it's just that's what life is about, you know, and just motivating each other and things like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So you did some haircuts today, huh? How was that? It was pretty dope. What did you do today? Taper? And
I did. I did 2 tapers, but then we touched up the back. Yeah.
High taper.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy though, like, and I mean, because like, where do you see yourself? Like now that you jump back into it, you're like,
what's your goal for like the end of the year?
Yeah, like where do you see yourself in a year or so? Like if you really like
having,
I'm talking about social media. I'm talking about going all in. I'm talking about like promoting every day. I'm talking about posting 3 times a day. I'm talking about going out there and networking with as much people. I mean, I'm talking about going super hard. If you were to do that, let's say, and you know, hand out 20 cards a day for 5 days a week. You know, take Saturday, Sunday off, and just straight up grind it out. Where would you see yourself in 5 years? I mean, in a year first to start off, and then we'll ask the 5 year. But let's do the year one. I
definitely see myself having my license.
Brand new car.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I see myself pulling up in, a little Lexus IS 250, maybe even a 350. You know, lowered. You gotta get lowered. Body kit on it. That's what I'm gonna be pulling up.
Taking up the homie Logan.
Nah, but I mainly see myself just being able. I want to go to a lot of barber competitions. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I like the artistic part too. A lot of talking, a lot of like artwork.
Yeah, you get to network with a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a good time for everybody to come together and you guys can kind of visualize the different people and do their craft.
So now, so you see yourself pulling up in a car, learning the craft more, making good money.
Probably making enough money, making enough money to support myself. My bad for interrupting you.
No, you're good. Supporting yourself.
Yeah.
Taking out your mom out to eat. Yeah. Pulling up on the whip and taking out your mom out to eat. Taking Logan, go get champ burritos. Be like, hey, get champ burritos. Come on, first. You know?
I just love all that work.
You feel me though? But I mean, so yeah, in a year, I mean, you could even be licensed in a year if you think about it too. You know what I mean? If you really want to. Mm-hmm. We got someone that has schools and getting anybody licensed. If you guys want to get licensed.
Got barber camps. You want to get some tutorials.
Barber camp for kids. And that's one of the things too that we were talking about earlier. You were in the first barber camp, like he's in my documentary too. You know, you're in there putting in work, and I mean, it's just honestly, it's great to see you that you've stayed, out of trouble. Because I mean, we all have bumps on the road, like because you got in a couple fights, and things like that in high school, but you overcame that. You didn't get stuck on on that lifestyle, and you got a bigger future, and there's a good life ahead of you, and that's what your mom, your parents been trying to tell you, and I think it's time for you to show them and show yourself that it's time to go to work and try to make them proud and make yourself proud, and I think
our best selves.
Yeah, the best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
With Logan, I think Logan's a little inspired by you too, huh? Maybe Logan might want to start cutting hair.
I think that the whole barbering thing is
grown on me for
sure. Ooh, see? It's rubbing off on Logan. Come on. We got Logan Cuts coming in. Logan Cuts. Logan Blends. I don't know.
What kind of goals? You got any goals by the end of the year?
End of the year, I mean, for
get into barbering.
Own the car that I have now.
Oh, where you driving?
Own it, and then definitely a new job for sure. I didn't do it a lot more. I like cars and shit.
Because you're still a senior, right?
Yeah.
So you could actually do. I've been telling you could do Tritech.
Yeah.
Right? Have you heard of that? Mm-hmm. You can go in there and do Tritech and try to get licensed there too.
Yeah, right. I want to do welding in my future.
Welding? Yeah. So imagine barbering and welding.
My brother, I got to weld a couple things in the warehouse.
Oh yeah.
You're a welder too. Jesus.
Got you,
I've
G.
done it.
Oh my God.
Pitiful the world.
Does it all. Oh yeah, so it's something
Have
you
you
watch
welded anything
videos.
yet? Have you welded anything yet?
I will a bunch of them.
You know the two different types of welding?
MIG, TIG, they got Oxy, they got Arc.
He's got a whole like welding face mask. He has the whole like overalls, gloves. Got like custom visor on the inside of it.
You guys are young entrepreneurs on the move, on the rise.
Yeah, you know where we at.
You know what it is, man. So what is YoungFade, the barber? Where do you see yourself now that you kind of picture yourself in a year? You say you're gonna get licensed. You're gonna have a bunch of clients. You're gonna have a lot of money in your pocket. But you're gonna, you gotta put in the work. You gotta promote every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like at least three times a day, be posting, trying to meet everybody with good attitude. All that stuff is gonna build. You know what I mean? It's gonna carry over before you know it. You're booked out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna wonder why you're booked out, but it's because you put that work in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
One day at a time, daily grind.
daily grind. You gotta stack up your chips, and everybody's gotta build their own wall, right? One brick a day. And line it up good so it looks good. And so, but
you gotta nurture that goal. You gotta add to it.
Yeah, like so now that you're cutting, and like we got, like the breeding program for the kids here at the Barber Life Studio for almost 10 years now. So that's one of the things that
$1 or $2.
yeah, they get $2, but you can just send them my way and I'll pay them. But that's one of the things that you could stick on right away and be like, you see a kid in your chair, be like, hey, would you like to read a book? We'll give out $2. You see a youngster, let them know about the barber camp for kids. Like you see an older person, let them know about the barber camp for adults, and let them know, all the community work we've been doing. It's just like it adds on to the whole experience, and your resume just gets bigger and bigger, helping out. But it's all love at the end of the day, and just letting people know what you're about. It's important, and dreams and goals and all that. And that's how you start to like level up, in life. And so, that resume. But where do you see yourself now in like 5 years, let's say? Because you're not you. Exactly.
Darn it. They said somebody might have got it. I don't know. Like, if you were on a scavenger hunt and you found it, would you post it or would you let people?
That's so late though, too. I don't know.
Oh, like if you were the one hosting it?
No, you found it.
Oh, if I found
Would
it?
you tell anybody?
Hell no.
Or would you?
Yeah, he's like, it's a secret now.
It's a death
He
note.
said I'm gonna torture them. Keep searching.
They'll just come after me.
No, but you wouldn't post like. Say,
I wouldn't
hey,
post
found,
anything about it.
Tell them?
I wouldn't tell anyone
Would you
that's a part of it, but I would tell my homie maybe.
You would tell the guy though that you found it.
No,
So you're
fuck
the
no.
winner of the scavenger hunt.
No, but they can follow you home.
Why would I tell him? Like, hey, I found the money. I don't need to talk to him.
He said I just found it. So people would continue to search if they found it. I don't know. I would message him and be like, "Hey, yo, thank you, appreciate it. Shout out to the whatever scavenger hunt. That's a shout out. Do it again. I'll find the next one."
How much was it? You still don't know.
They don't know because they don't know if somebody really found it. It's a thought.
Why can't the dude that
I don't know. I guess you would have to message him and ask him, be like, "Hey, yo, have you went and checked and seen?" Because and then if he's looking for it and you know he's the guy, then he would blow the whole thing. So.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I don't know. I guess it's all a process.
Hey, YoungFade. So now that you're gonna be going back to school, you both are gonna be seniors, right?
We're about to start back up.
So see, if you start cutting hair, imagine how much clientele you could
back
actually
to school haircuts.
back up. You know, also for you, like so. The main thing is before you go back to school, I would recommend get some business cards. Every day, just passing them out to your friends, you know. And then you meet other people in school. Here on the side, and all these people, you're able to build all these events, the football games. You go to football games, you go to basketball games. You're there getting to know people, but you're also networking. You're hanging out and you're networking. So you know you're working and hanging out. Two in one, and you know what I mean. And imagine you're gonna do that for 8 months, right? School for like 8 months, 9 months,
something like that. Yeah.
So you got 8 months, 9 months, just then get all the teammates, all the wrestlers.
$10?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a quick little $300, $20.
And with the card, you look a little more professional.
Yeah, like it's not. Yeah.
We can do it whenever you want. You can have a
start doing do some in the bathroom. Do some in the bathroom. Just for memories. Hey, that's always a classic right there. When people are doing,
I mean, yeah, I feel like I could get away with that.
Some lineups, you know what I mean?
I could get away with that though, because I feel like
even
if
lineups, maybe not do a full haircut.
No, I'm doing a full haircut.
Or you can do a full haircut too. But I'm saying like something quick, huh? Listen,
so now you gotta get the principal.
That would go crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it go viral, you know. And then you might inspire a bunch of other people, just like you inspired Logan. You know, you're gonna inspire a lot of more other people, especially off this podcast. You know, you're being 17, you jumping in when you're 12, you're doing the first barber camp for kids, which we're on our 9th one, which is crazy to say. We are here the champ. I was jumping out, man.
Take it state to state. Y'all know what it is.
We're gonna take it all over the world, man. Hey, we got 3 of them sold to Puerto Rico. We're gonna be shipping them out, and I just sold another one 2 days ago to Dallas, Texas. We're gonna be shipping another one to Dallas, Texas. So we're just getting ready to shoot barber camp for kids, man, and it's gonna go all over the world, and it's gonna change a lot of lives out there. Whoever gets their hands on, man, I think it's a life changing experience. You know, being able to like decide whether you like it or not. You know, and it's the same thing with you. You know, when you went to the first barber camp, like. It kind of gave you that choice, that experience, right? Hands on, like whether if you something really like. Yeah. It's something that that's what I wanted the kids to feel, that hands on experience instead of just telling them I was doing that for years when I was just telling them, but and I would give away little stuff, clippers and trimmers and capes and combs, anything that I had extra, and I talk about that in my documentary, but just the fact that I was able to make their day, I always thought about how can I impact a bigger group. And honestly, I'm still blown away from just even being able to have the first one. The fact that I was able to get all you guys in a big group like that, and you guys were able to listen to me, and I was able to get the point across.
Yeah. People got free prizes.
I even raffle on the first camp. I was only charging $80 per kid, and I raffle $150, and I raffle $150 cash. So that kid that won it basically got to go for free. Got everything. Huh? It was cool. Huh? Mm-hmm. But it's all love. You know what I mean?
Experiences.
The second one was $80,
and then after
then I started going up to $150. Because the parents would tell me they're like, "That's way too cheap. Like you gotta go up higher and this and that." But no, honestly, I mean,
I know we've gotten better with every camp.
Yeah, you start to evolve. Little by little.
Yeah, he just gave me 2 clippers.
Hey.
That's what I'm using right now.
Hey.
Should I show it? Should I go get it?
Trimmers? Can I mean, show look what you got.
I got you.
It's all love, YoungFade. Game. We're about to close out the podcast right here. Oh, you got both. I said I really wanted. You got own fabulous, huh? I didn't even think about that. So you got this is the new low pro fabulous clipper right here. This is the first time we bring clippers too. That's another thing that we're gonna be doing. That's why I said to go get your clippers, because we're gonna be rating clippers and we're gonna be doing like reviews on clippers while we're doing the podcast, and we're gonna be doing separate just podcasts, just reviewing separate clippers from different companies and see how they what kind of teeth they have, how they're made, and how they work, and how they sound, and all that stuff. So,
what's your favorite?
I just have a vision.
These are top hitters right here. You know,
I got a vision.
I
got a vision. So each one that we test, like, or that we show on the podcast, we can make like a separate video on YouTube of us doing like a haircut on someone with it and like reviewing that haircut with it. So each one you do like a different haircut or something with a different clipper. Yeah, and then you'll just have a bunch of different haircuts with.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Cool. I like that idea. Yeah. So, all right, one more last question, YoungFade. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I thought you already asked me that, didn't you?
Well, you didn't answer that.
5 years.
5 years. Just think.
Oh, I want to be a realtor.
What? There you go. Sell houses, flip houses.
So if you want to sell houses, you want to cut hair. Imagine you're gonna be.
Also, you can provide the house for someone.
So when you leave and you sell the house, be like, hey, here's my business card for 2 years. Huh?
Yeah.
So they say you gotta shoot for like 8 sources of income, huh? And if we shoot for 8 and we get 5, that's still pretty good, you know. You're gonna sell merch.
Are you sure it's not 2?
And you're gonna start to hit them up for your new studio and stuff.
Okay.
New studio.
Hey. No, you got a logo coming up too, huh?
Yeah. I have my English at my own house. I have a bunch of stuff that I can make stuff. I have like a Cricut, and I have all that stuff, a fancy printer for certain stuff. I have I have a bunch of machines that can just make stuff for that.
You made a logo though?
Well, no, not for, but I've made logos in the past though.
Do you have a logo right now?
I'm just.
This guy makes logos. You guys need logos. Hit up like.
You didn't answer my question like 3 times.
Business cards.
I'm so lost, but
I said, did you create a logo? You're like, I created a bunch of logos, and I'm like,
but not for barbering though, is what I mean. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hey, come on. He takes Cash App, Venmo, all that.
No, I just designed another logo.
Hey, because you know YoungFade for also as long as I have, huh? Kind of like
close. I'd say close, pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy what friendships do, huh? Now we're gonna have Logan Cuts here pretty soon. Hey, stay tuned for Logan Cuts.
Leveling up.
Come on already.
Try to be the best you can.
Hey, before Logan Cuts goes, when he goes to sleep tonight, he's gonna be like Logan Cuts. Hey, start manifesting. That's what this is all about. Whatever you want out of life, you gotta manifest it. You gotta want it. You know, like YoungFade right here. He wanted to be a barber. He manifested. He went and worked for it. Now we got Logan. He wants to be a barber. He's gonna manifest it too. Life is memories. He wanted to be a fighter and manifested. Now he's here. Fighting. And he's got another fight coming. Hey,
October 14th.
October 14th.
Hey,
pay-per-view fight.
It's me and him. It's me and him. Stay tuned.
We got a video at the gym. I got the keys. So
swear.
They're gonna put him to work.
How to take downs. Let's see if they can even get it.
I was talking about some we could do some MMA. MMA.
Let's pull out some gloves.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Excuses. Hey, step up. Put up. All right, we gotta be head out.
Hey,
all right, peace.
Champ Burritos for sponsoring this video, man. This food was amazing. 10 out of 10, guys, right?
Yeah, 10.
Hey, let's go. The champburrito.com. Let's get it. Shout out to Life and Memories. We out here. Woo! Yeah. How do you feel?